nerdy news this week. All right, so Game of the Year has been the Game of the Year. Nominees have been announced in all the categories. Really, the only ones that matter right now: Game of the Year, God of War, Red Dead 2, and Spider-Man are up. So I've been telling people for weeks. I'm like, oh yeah, Red Dead 2 is like the shoe-in for Game of the Year. I'm like, yeah. And then I forgot about Spider-Man and God really of War. Good. So I'm like, oh shit. Like, I've been talking out my ass because I forgot. Like, I completely forgot about Spider-Man. I haven't touched Spider-Man, but it's been one that people have been equally as obsessed about.
Oh, yeah.
It's one that I want to play. God of War, same thing. Like, people, it was a big thing. When it came out, people were obsessed. Each of these games had their own amount of time, too, to really put into. I think the disadvantage that Red Dead 2 has is it just came out.
Yeah.
So, whenever it comes to votes, I don't know. I really don't know.
Who got it last year?
Breath of the Wild got it last year.
I was shrieking all of the end of last year. If Breath of the Wild doesn't win, this fucking Game of the Year doesn't even matter.
Well, fucking Super Mario Odyssey, I think, was up against it. And I was like, I don't know.
I have both of those games in my house. So I'll tell you, Super Mario Odyssey is.
Kim Pop says Spooderman should cameo in Red Dead. Chris says we pretty much covered Stan. So okay. Okay, so yeah, Game of the Year's up. Some notes. Mobile, Fallout. Nope, not Fallout. Sorry, for mobile. Fortnite is up for mobile, and PUBG is up for mobile. I don't like that, but I don't care about mobile enough. So I don't know. Yeah, and then multiplayer game. Again, you've got Fortnite, and they're facing off with Black Ops. So I don't know. I honestly, I don't have enough care. But if you guys have enough care, let me know what you guys are hoping is going to win what this year. They're also doing a lot of esports awards.
Really?
Yeah, they're doing like best esports event, best esports host, best esports player, best esports game, and then they're also doing a best entertainer. And a lot of Twitch streamers are popping up on there.
Be good Madden again.
Ninja's up there for best entertainer. So I don't know. If he doesn't win, I'd be surprised. What do we got? K-pop. Fortnite Mobile is help with natural selection. Only kids who play Fortnite will play it while crossing the street. Oh.
I did.
Christopher J for Game of the Year. Thank you.
There's a hitting Grinnell College kid problem on the way here, I gotta say.
Yeah, no, I almost plastered this one girl until someone saved her life. Like, I literally watched it in front of me because I was coming around that corner and a guy went, like, pulled her out of the way, and she looked at the guy like, what are you doing? And I was like, I almost killed you. Like,
I've been in college, though. I was ready to go all of college.
So the thing about it is here, so we're an Iowa podcast, and we're small town Iowa. So here's all I'm going to say. Like, it is polite to like look both ways. In other places where, like, especially busier cities, like if they hit you, it's still your fault, or it's still their fault, even if you're crossing the street. Here, no, you're an idiot. You deserve to be hit by a car. Like, that's just how it is. So we have that problem. I hit a kid that was playing Fortnite. I did him the service of Fortnite dancing at his funeral.
You can't do like
Kim Pop, you're a fucking treasure. Thank you. Okay, so Game of the Years are in. So Netflix, they're doing all their Christmas stuff. They're talking about what Christmas movies are coming out here soon. They've of course, got Christmas Chronicles, which is Cool Santa with Kurt Russell. That's what I'm calling that. But Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is getting a Christmas episode.
No shit. I can't get a fucking Doctor Who Christmas episode, but goddamn Sabrina.
Yeah. Sabrina gets it. Oh, hey, hello. What's the question? I'm a walking mountain with eyes like a ride bike. Yeah.
Okay.
What is it? Apple juice from plastic. Hey, apple juice from plastic. The question is, what are you talking about? Kim Pop, you're a fucking treasure. Okay. Toy Story 4 trailers come out. They've got a new character named Forky.
That's a spoon. I don't yell.
I think I know he has spikes on the top of his head. I don't think you can see
Is
him.
he a spork?
Yeah, he might be a spork. So this part of the trailer really opened up questions for me. Can cutlery in the Toy Story universe talk? Like, can you talk to the silverware and the dishes, or is it until you are animated into a character, you do not have life?
I think it's
at what point is it a toy?
Yeah,
we're gonna have to pull into the mythology.
He fully exclaims, "I am not a toy," and runs off in this trailer.
So did Buzz, though.
Oh, true. And then another teaser was released. Key and Peele play some stuffed animals. They razz on a little bit about To Infinity and Beyond, and then they give Buzz shit for that not making sense, which is absolutely hilarious.
Man, it's been a while since we've seen Key and Peele.
Yeah, they dropped in there, and they were fantastic. I lost my shit, man. That was a funny trailer. So if you haven't... what the fork is that? It's a spork. I thought because of the...
It looked like a weird condom. Yeah,
it does.
It's like a shriveled up condom.
I tell in codes I have my own shopping list. Oh, cool. Apple Juice has like a code shit. Apple Juice keep dropping some cool shit like that. I dig it. But yeah, the trailers, they've released a couple teasers. Toy Story 4 looks like another Toy Story. I'm excited. You know. So they said... So here's the thing. A bunch of like things have come out as well where they're saying that like Tim Allen and Tom Hanks have both said they've watched the movie and that the ending has been extremely emotional. And I'm like, did you guys just not watch Toy Story 3 until just now?
Right?
Because
like,
that fucking scarred me.
I've never wanted to cry in a theater before that day.
Yeah, I was just like, they're gonna die? Is this how it ends? Like this, I had the same reaction as I did with Infinity War, except Infinity War followed through. Like I was like,
they did die.
Sort of.
So I don't know. And then so the next big topic of the week, which we found out almost immediately after we found out Stan Lee passed away, Detective Pikachu trailer was dropped this week featuring Ryan Reynolds as Detective Pikachu and Justice Smith as his
trainer, maybe
cohort. Not really trainer. Like he's even said, like, I am not your trainer. There's a point where he yells at him and he goes, "I know." Like,
I think that has potential to be the first live action good video game adaptation.
That's what I think. And here's the thing about it. So it is a cool story that is written into the universe that is still completely separate from all the basics. Like this isn't them trying to remake the original Pokemon story into a story.
But this is a good foot in the door.
Yeah, this is them
other shit,
putting their foot in the door and doing some cool shit. But some highlights from this. Fucking Charizard was cool.
Oh yeah,
my dad
looks creepy as shit.
Yeah, Jigglypuff. I about died with that Jigglypuff scene because I can say none other than that man that was passed out next to him was a victim.
He's about to
Jigglypuff looked all maniacal. No, he's gonna marker his ass up is what he's gonna do because that's what he does. Is he sings to you, pops the top off, and then fucking draws all over your face.
That was a marker. I thought it was like he took a microphone that he smashed in half.
No, it's a microphone that pops off and it's a marker top and he draws on you. That's what he does in the cartoon, I guess.
It's a beer bottle.
So he goes
smashed in half.
So he drops it and then he gets all maniacal and I was like, damn, like Jigglypuff, that's Jigglypuff. Like,
Alex
they nailed
Jones, Detective Pikachu should have been voiced by Danny DeVito or Alex Jones.
I would dig Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Do you think Disney will ever make a Toy Story about people finding out toys that talk and move? That's Toy Story 1. Sid found out that Toy Stories talk. Or the toys talk. So, Detective Pikachu looks amazing, though. And if you haven't watched the trailer, go check it out.
At first, I thought that
I lost my damn mind.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, well, I heard Danny DeVito. Like, there was a Danny DeVito rumor, and then there was Ryan Reynolds.
I did not see Ryan Reynolds coming at all.
And so,
Ryan Reynolds is perfect for it, I think.
Yeah, well, so they announced it, and then I thought they were talking about the game, and they came out with the game, and I'm like, that's not Ryan Reynolds at all. And then they just released this trailer. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
And it looks so good.
It's perfect.
Like, it looks perfect. It's set in the Pokemon universe. Like, I don't even care. I just want it.
By one of the main writers.
So then became Trash Man.
He was the garbage
True.
man.
Yeah, he was the garbage man.
So what I keep saying to people is, I'm like, hey, did you hear they finally released a name for the PG-13 Deadpool movie? Detective Pikachu.
Nice. Some highlights of what people have been doing. Someone actually recut all the lines with Danny DeVito instead of Ryan Reynolds, so that was really cool. And then someone actually took out all the lines as like Ryan Reynolds playing Detective Pikachu and put in Deadpool lines. There's actually a really great moment where he's like, "Can you hear what he's saying?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure, Pika Pika Pika," and then he just goes, "I'm touching myself," like that part. So that was highly entertaining.
The person who wrote it, one of the main people that wrote it, wrote Guardians of the Galaxy. And it definitely has a bit of a Guardians of the Galaxy humor about it, I think.
Adam Sandler for Pikachu using his Waterboy voice.
Oh my god.
Kim Pop, you're a fucking treasure. Thank you.
Oh my god, I do that.
Okay. Exile and Obsidian Studios. Obsidian made Fallout New Vegas and In Exile, I think is what they're called. They made Wasteland 2 and are working on Wasteland 3. They have been bought by the Xbox company, so they're obtaining more original studios.
So Xbox isn't dead. They haven't like moved in like a year and a half.
They're taking every penny of like all the money that they have. They're just dumping it into buying studios and hoping that they can pump out some good exclusives eventually. So
rare, but
they've come around. It's just like you're not going to see the effects for like a couple of years, which is unfortunately. I can't wait to be disappointed by Fallout 76. I've heard it's really bad too. Like there's reviews coming out, and they're like, "Yeah, it's not good."
The more I hear about it, similar to Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. The more I hear, the more I'm like, just try it, Drake. Just give it a go. It might be good.
I'm not touching Fallout 76.
I'm excited about Let's Go, but I mean, I want to play the first one with my wife, and it's just the first one, right? So
yeah.
It'll serve my purpose.
It's a great idea.
I'm definitely going to buy it and play the. I mean, I have so much about Pokemon over here. My Pokemon knowledge is so deep. There's nothing I don't know.
So deep.
I haven't even finished the first one. I'm like 9/10 of the way through. But then when that got announced, I was like, you know what? I'll just wait until my wife can catch up and we'll just play it together.
Kim says any game that is 100% player driven is going to be dead within a year. I agree. I think you have to be really, really careful. The only thing that's doing a good job is like Fortnite, in a sense that they keep themselves alive by doing like season shit that I still don't understand.
Yeah, I have no idea how that works.
I don't play it, so sorry. Crackdown 3 has been announced.
What the fuck is Crackdown?
Crackdown. First of all, okay, so if you own an Xbox One, they are giving it away until November 30th. They're giving away the first game. The first game is like it's like Grand Theft Auto with superpowered cops. And so everything that you do upgrades your points, shooting, driving, every time you get in a car. So if you get in one of your agency vehicles, it like upgrades the car, like for whatever your status is, the car like fucking transform into whatever it does. They even have like for your family operated super cops, they have SUVs. But they have like a tank, which is a semi truck that turns basically into a tank, and then they have like a super fast car. They have all sorts of crazy shit. Crackdown is one of my favorite games. Crackdown 1, because the variety of villains are really good. Crackdown 2 was puke garbage bullshit, because they upgraded all the superpowers. You could even fucking fly at one point if you upgrade your jump to the maximum, but then they wiped out all the variety in villains. Because like the first game, you go to Chinatown, you go to like a Russian run mob type area, and then you go to then there's your basic like Hispanic like hood type bad guys,
like your
so like your U.S. gangs, more like
the Latin Kings.
Yeah, so that there's a lot of variety, and each boss that you fought had a story, a background. They were good at their own thing. Right. You know, you had to find different ways to kill them. The hardest one was the damn Olga bitch that was hiding up in the mountains with a rocket launcher, because you had to like I found out all you had to do was throw a grenade though up into that hole she's in, because she's surrounded by explosives.
Oh, okay.
I blew her the shit out of the hole. But Crackdown 3 they've been working on forever. To tell you guys a little bit of a story, I've been working. Like, the only reason why I own an Xbox One is because when I got hired on to do a video game TV show in Des Moines for a while, they were like, you know, my co-host had had a PS4, so I was like, I'll get an Xbox One. I can play the exclusives that come out for that never came out.
Right, like it could.
And I was like, and I can review Crackdown 3. And the show was canceled before I could review Crackdown 3. So February 13th, we get Crackdown 3. February, is it February 13th? Let's go all the way down my list here. Oh, I'm on the other side of my
plug that
paper.
thing in right over there. Finally.
I know. Well, I still play it because I can't afford a PS4 right
Whenever
now.
I hear you talk
February
about,
15th.
Whenever I hear you talk about Crackdown, immediately I start thinking about the Sega Genesis Crackdown game.
I've never heard of this.
What?
It's probably unrelated, but it's a pretty good game. It's a top-down shooter type thing.
This is just, I mean, this game looks incredible.
Crackdown series still around? Oh, no,
Completely
not.
destructible environments. The downside of Crackdown 3, though, is going to be the fact that they're going to force you to, like, kill other stuff. Jay and his nerdy manga.
Yeah. I was thinking about going like notebook, and I always go note cards, but I would go like old man legal pad.
Kim Pop wants cancer research notes. Update: cancer's still bad.
I've got a cousin who's currently getting mice ovarian cancer and trying to cure that. It's not going very well.
No,
not at all.
Especially for the mice, I imagine.
No, probably terrible. The worst for the mice, I would imagine.
Moving on. Kevin Feige said that Avengers 4, right now, the edit is about 3 hours long.
Yeah, nice.
And that you won't see a trailer until next year. So
I wish I could see a trailer. But...
like, fuck!
I mean, they do have to, like, something I've always said about, especially, like, Disney and Star Wars, it takes a little bit to make a good fucking story.
Yeah.
A good fucking...
Netflix, well, okay, so to be fair, though, like, next year is, like, a month and a half away, so I can wait.
Okay.
I've waited this long. I've waited since Infinity War, which... longest year of my life so far. And the thought is like, So there was that story that some guy died in the middle of Infinity War, or maybe at the end. But I'm thinking if you died right after the end of Infinity War and you're like a Marvel fan, that's how Marvel ended for you. Can you imagine that, like, prospectively?
That would be insane.
That's horrible. Stan Lee, that's how Marvel ended for him. Like, I hope someone showed him a cut of the movie at least.
He knows what was going on. What the
Passed
story
away.
was.
If he read the books.
Or even cared. Or even cared.
Like we were saying, they have taken, like, what was his, and, like, so many people dipped their pins in now.
That's true.
He might be a little bit, he may have been towards the end a little bit.
Sorry,
it's hard
I'm talking about Stanley anymore. Something really cool about that interview was it took place right dab in the middle of Watchmen. Like when it first came through.
Yeah, okay.
And just to show you how good of taste Stan Lee had, they asked him what he thought of modern ones. Like, oh, there's some good new ones. You know, I'm really enjoying Watchmen. It's like, holy shit, Stanley's talking about Watchmen. That's awesome.
All right. The Final Fantasy director. Let's see what his name is, if I can read this. It is Jaime Tabata? Okay. The director of Final Fantasy 15. He stepped down. He's left the company.
Really?
Which means if you were waiting for the other 3 out of the 4 DLCs from Final Fantasy, I'm sorry, but they're canceling all of them. So, sorry. I hope you didn't buy a season pass, or if you did, they gave you some kind of awesome shit for it. He's done. And then the final thing for today, the N64 Classic Mini is said to be announced here soon.
Just in time for Christmas.
The big rumor is that they might be adding like a Lost Zelda DLC or something, like for Ocarina of Time. Maybe not a DLC, but like a Lost Level or something like that.
I saw
like for Ocarina of Time.
Like this.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know what this is, but like, because so it would follow suit with what they did with the SNES Classic, where they put Star Fox 2 on there. So it would follow suit for them to put shit in there that doesn't.
It's a little disappointing for me because I wasn't going to buy it, but if there's some Zelda stuff, I might have to buy it.
I've got dirty notes.
Nick and his musical voice. So I mean, I'm interested, but I don't know. I don't know what to think, honestly. So I guess the question that I would ask is like, is there anything on the N64 like that may have like never come out that was supposed to that you guys would want to see? I don't.
It's such a party system. What I like to see is 4 controller slots and getting in that many. Yeah.
Yeah, well, if they don't have 4 controller slots, they're idiots. But they're going to sell each controller separately. I know that. You're going to have to get the first controller. So, guys, let me know if there's anything that you guys wanted to hear about in the Nerdy News segment. And then also, what, like, N64 any stuff. What kind of stuff were you excited about? That's what I hate about